Come on, man. Let me tell you, man. 2018 was a powerful year. That's when this man hit the scene. Keep the applause going for me towards 2018 with finer things. I remember Pop Out with my man Lil TJ, who I met at a studio in Midtown Manhattan once before anybody knew his name. And he ran up on me on the corner and said, "I'm going to be big one day. Watch, Sway."
I love that.
And sure enough, I just start seeing his star rise, and people around him started to rise. And this young man has faced a lot of adversity in his time, but still he shines, Heather B.
Love it.
Over 18 billion streams worldwide. Give that a round of applause.
Let's go.
Count it up.
Got over 49 tracks that charted on the Billboard Hot 100. Give that a round of applause.
Big deal.
Go ahead. Give him an owl, too. Platinum recording artist. From the days of Dire Legend to Hood Poet here in 2024, I want to welcome this man to the show. Give it up for the one and only Polo G, man. Polo G!
Welcome.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Appreciate y'all having me.
It's a beautiful ring you got on your finger, man. Ain't got no rings like that.
You ain't got a billion streams.
Is that what?
I mean, the math is simple, Sway.
The math is simple. This is early in the morning, man. Have you slept? When was the last time you slept? This album is a big deal.
I ain't getting no sleep like that for real. Last night I was in the studio. I caught a few Z's in the lobby before I came home.
This lobby?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, here he is, man. What you finishing up final touches on the album, or?
Yeah, just a little tweaks here and there. But
how involved are you? Like, I know when you first started, it was all new when you put out your first project. Were you all over the tracks then in terms of producing and mixing?
I always been real hands-on. I give input on production, but I don't really dabble in that yet. But as far as like recording, organizing the tracks, album layout, things like that, I'm always hands-on.
Have you set some scheduling yet for yourself? Because like Sway mentioned, we all know that the album itself is important, but at times when you just feel like, well, damn, I haven't slept in maybe 12 hours, or I just need to fall back just a little bit just to get some quiet. I don't even know if it's a peace thing, but maybe just some quiet for yourself. Have you been able to do that yet?
No, not yet. I'm going to get my chance, but
Hell yeah.
Right now it's just, nonstop work.
Damn, man, do you have fun?
Right, you hella young still.
Yeah.
It's crazy because this album has been a while in the making. It's been like 3 years. Can you speak on what was causing the delay? And also, like, what exactly are those tweaks? Because you have put so much effort, patience, you're all into this. And it's so crazy to me that a few days before it drops, there's still little perfections that you can do.
Yeah, it's just always wanting to make sure the body of work you putting out is complete, and it feel like something that the people could live with for a long time. Even in the 3 years it take me to make it, it's always gonna be. I'm a perfectionist too.
I was gonna say that's what it
I'm
sound
a
like.
perfectionist for sure. But most of it was just like me going through certain things and working on myself and figuring my own self out and figuring out how to move on from certain situations that happen.
Word.
I was going to say, because I always try to tell artists, like, before doing radio, I was doing music professionally, as well. And a producer had to tell me one time, you the only person sitting and listening to this song 100 times. You're going to hear every mistake that you're making. You're going to hear every word that you thought you should have finished. But once it gets out there, people going to appreciate the art. Stop killing yourself because you want to go back and change this line, go back and change that. Like, sometimes you got to let the art just flow out, and so maybe that will help a little bit one day when you go back in for your second one, because being a perfectionist sometimes will keep you up for the rest of your life, and you got so much in you, but you'll never get it out because you're too busy trying to perfect it.
Yeah, that definitely just clicked with me because I definitely play my songs probably 1,000 times before they come out. So by the time they out, I'm tired of
it. Yes.
In Angels in the Sky, like, standout lines where it used to wake up fucked up, like, I can't wait until I die. And you have not only been very candid both in your music, but also just as a human about challenges with substance abuse, challenges with sobriety, you know, all of these new chapters. Where do you stand now in terms of your well-being?
I feel like I'm definitely in a better place. Things like it's one thing to create music, but to actually push out a finished product is a great feeling though. So in times like this, when I'm doing these presses, even though it's hard work and I ain't getting no sleep, this the best part of my job because I love actually moving around or seeing what my music doing. Like so, at a time like this, I'm gonna be in the best headspace all the time.
Word.
I know there was a time, and correct me if I'm wrong, if Honcho said it, but
Stupid.
yeah, there was a time I felt like you were talking about retirement.
Yeah.
And after this particular project, in fact, right?
Yeah.
Are you still in that place? Because none of us want you to retire, but it ain't up to us, right?
No, I ain't really in that space no more. That was like a moment of me really feeling like the stress that come with being a rapper in today's age, like being overwhelmed with it and probably just speaking out of emotion. So I definitely don't feel. I feel like I'm gonna be here for a while, a long time.
No, that's crazy that he said that though, because I was speaking to a young artist yesterday, and I was telling him to make as much music as you can now. Like just even if you don't put it out, just make as much music as you can now, because the music business actually sucks. And just in my opinion, it sucks. There's so many highs, ridiculous lows. It has you questioning your art, your passion, everything. And that can happen on a Tuesday or Friday. It doesn't care. Make as much music as you can before you hit that wall too many times where you questioning if you even want to do it anymore. But at least you have the catalog, you know, at least you have the storage and the stack in place, you know, so when it is time to do an album, hey, you're like, damn, this shit is relevant. I wrote this 3 years ago. Let me put that out, because you did the work already. So I could understand saying that he wanted to, that was a time when he said that, because this game will do that to you.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. Let me see. How old was Jay when he did his first album, Reasonable Doubt? 25. So you was thinking of retiring at the age that Jay-Z first album came out. That's interesting.
That's
but
crazy.
But you say it's the perils of rap, which is very different for somebody who coming up in the game today
versus then
than it was then, right? How have you? I know you've done the work, but what kind of work have you done? Is it is it therapy? Is it meditation? Is it separating yourself from friends and family? How did you get through it?
I always go through my points in time where I just fall back from a lot of stuff. That's really all it was. I just fall back from just being in the scene, taking time just to be with myself, be with my family, you know, and really be able to think, though. It's hard to think when you got so many people around you.
Yeah,
that's true.
When your family makes headlines too, and it's controversial, or it's, you know, it's all of these different things, and we all came up in the industry, so you want to share with your family, look, listen, you know, I may be the rapper, but we're all celebrities now. How we function, everybody's going to look at. You know, how have you coped with that now when family members are now making headlines? Do y'all have a family gathering? Do you talk to them?
Yeah, all the above. I definitely don't really get too wrapped up in things like that, because I'm like, outside of myself, I know things happen, and I know it's like how you saying it's gonna be a light shed on it more because it's me. But I'm still aware, like from just a regular human standpoint, that things gonna go down. Every family got issues and problems.
Yeah.
So I don't really be tripping off of it.
Okay. I mentioned Lil TJ, man. A lot of folks say, hey, is Lil TJ gonna be on this project? Gonna make music again? Is that ever a possibility?
I definitely would put him on the deluxe. We got a lot of music in the tuck, but I would want to make something new with him for the project. Yeah.
All right, Polo G is here, man. Give this man a round of applause. He broly up, y'all.
But his locks is beautiful.
How long you been locking, man?
5 years. I actually got my locks done when they first got done here.
In New
like
York?
Yeah, a Jamaican lady came and did them.
Yeah, and then how you maintain them? I you know, I don't know if you look me up in the past, you know, I used to rock the locks, bro.
Oh, you cut them?
Yeah,
You ain't got 'em?
Nah, I cut them in '09, dog. You cut them. Thanks for paying attention to my career. Oh, you cut them? Yeah, man.
Like
15 years
you
ago,
got a
dog.
hat on. He ain't
I know you
Sway.
usually had them wrapped up.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's true. But what kind of energy? Like the locks bring a whole nother energy from people, right?
They
What
do.
kind of energy you get from people?
You saying what?
Well, like just because of the locks, like how it attracts people. What kind of things, you know, they say, they look.
I don't know. I don't really know. You said what type of energy do?
Well, when I had my locks, when I walked in the room, well, my locks might have been different from his. But when I walked in the room, you know, it everybody paid attention. You know, it kind of was like a lure. Folks came around me, white folks, Asian folks, whatever. Folks from all walks of life were attracted to the locks. A lot of power in the locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to gauge if like what reason somebody coming up to me or like why we talking and stuff.
But do you feel like folks have treated you differently since you started growing your locks?
I feel like I move differently when I start growing my
Talk
locks.
about that.
Definitely, I
That's
feel like it's definitely power in the locks. You know.
I like how you end your answers, man.
You think it's an ellipses.
I figured
period.
he cut right back with it. Let's talk about some of the folks you work with on this project, man. I'm really in recent years. It's been we've seen a lot of women MCs come up, man, and they've been doing excellent. Shout out to the female MCs.
Facts.
Big Glow is my homie. You know what I mean? And talk about that relationship working with her.
I rock with Glow tough, like
Yeah.
you know. We got a cool relationship as far as like speaking. She just check in with me, you know. That's like one of the only female artists that I had that type of relationship with. Just like always speaking to them, and like the chemistry that we built in the stew. It's not that many times where I get in with another artist and I make some good music right off the bat. Like that's one of the only artists that like the chemistry hit off like right from the jump.
How'd y'all meet?
Really through the DM. Like I seen she
wow.
was in LA. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go in the studio because we have been exchanged information to create a song, but it was like just sending a MP3 and she just jumped on it. So when we connected the dots already earlier, that's when it was easier to be like, yo, let me pull up on you. Let's hit the stew, you know.
Have there been any older artists that you've looked up to that you've been able to meet and receive some game from, or even kind of be under their wing in a mentorship capacity?
I never really got that experience in my rap career, like being under the wing of an older artist or like a more experienced artist. But definitely like an artist that I made a song with was Wayne. You know, that's
crazy.
he
Congrats.
the one that goes to me. So
Same.
that was a big deal. That was a big deal for me. And then we end up shooting a video and seeing how he owned the space that he in. Like he really a star. Like seeing him perform his part of the song, I was just down there in amazement. You know.
That's that ending right there, right? I love this. All right, this is what I want to do. I'm opening up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. Polo G is here, the Hood Poet.
Yes.
When I look at the cover art, you know, it seemed like there's, at least what I've seen, symbolism in it. Talk to me about the symbolism, or what's the story behind the cover art?
I got a purple heart on there. That's like a symbol for the soldiers, you know, purple heart for the soldiers, and I think that I got a connection with that just as far as my experience in life and where I come from, a city like Chicago where there's a lot of violence and a lot of trauma there. It's like I try to wrap all that into my cover art and also show that like I'm like a street poet, a hood poet, you know. And I got on the cover I got the mic, like it's like a bust down mic, like diamonds covered all in it. Like I'm speaking that into the mic, though. Like my words shifted into that.
And Hood Poet is an acronym as well, right?
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
It stands for he overcame obstacles during pain or emotional trauma.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's deep.
Okay, shit, man. I like how you ended on that answer. Hey, hey, man, is it true that at one point in your career or at one point in your life you wanted to be a sportscaster?
Yeah, I wanted to go to college for that. I think I wanted that to be my major in broadcasting
journalism.
communication. Something like that. I got accepted to HBCU, Lincoln University.
Then what happened?
Oh, I just didn't go.
Oh, okay. You see, that's what I was saying. The way you in.
So did your music start to take off at the same time, or, was it something else distracted you?
The first day I was supposed to end up going to college, I went to the studio instead because I figured that I'd rather chase my rap career. And I felt like I was going to be like a struggling college student. Like I ain't really had no money like that. Few outfits in the crib. I'm coming from wearing a uniform every day. I know I ain't got enough clothes to stretch me through a school year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, forget it. I just ain't going to go.
And you chose this route.
Wow.
Hey, man, well, we thought, man, Kalani right over there, we were talking about it, man. It was like, yo, Polo G could do more than one thing if he wanted to, right?
Facts.
Yeah, like, if that was really one of the things you wanted to do, we kind of wanted to put that to the test here, you being a broadcaster. So we got a few headlines, some sports headlines for you.
Man, and rock that shit out, man. Make your dreams come true. Bring them the headlines, man.
This might be fire.
Yeah, bro. And then you could do sports for us here every now and then when you come to town. Look, you got you a couple of headlines here.
Right.
Here you go, brother. Go look that over. You want to do a dry
it's
read?
the same?
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
same
yeah,
read.
okay.
Okay. What we're going to do, Polo G, the sportscaster. All right.
Mr. G.
Mr. G.
Yeah.
That's what I call him, Mr.
Mr.
G.
G, Mr.
PG.
Polo, PG.
ESGN. Nah.
GN.
All right. Yeah, just do like you're a sportscaster.
ESPG.
This is Polo G with your headlines, with your sports, and then just read from there. Watch this. Watch this. But do it like a sportscaster, man. Go ahead.
Right, put that thing on it.
Well, okay.
Sway, it's not gonna happen. He's sleeping.
He got it. This is it, man. This is dude dream, man. Go ahead, bro.
I'm trying to get into character.
So you want to give him an introduction first, like you do me?
Right.
Well, so
We're
play
gonna
my
skip
sports
the
report
sports
introduction, and you say filling in for Heather B
All right.
today, because I normally do sports, but you're gonna fill in for me today.
Good idea.
Go ahead, man. Go. Watch this, Polo G. This is
Go.
ESPN gonna give
Covering
you a
the
contract.
NFL, the NBA, MLB, and more. It's the Sway in the Morning Sports Report with Heather B on Shade 45.
All right, citizens, as you know, we take care of your sports every single day. Filling in for Heather B right now, we got platinum recording artist.
Polo G, I'm here, but I'm passing the mic.
You passing the mic?
Absolutely. I would love for Polo G to take over my sports report today.
Polo G, what's in the news right now? What's in sports?
Well, we got Sha'Carri Richardson, 24 years old, sprint star. Her first race as an Olympian on Friday this morning, dash to a 10:94 second time in the opening heat of the first round of the women's 100 meter.
He killed that!
That was amazing. Wow. And you know what, too? What's really cool about this, Polo, we're all looking forward to seeing Sha'Carri bring home the gold medal in
sure.
Paris, France. We want to see her win.
Me
Let's
too.
go, Sha'Carri. What else you got?
Hey, y'all freezing me up now. I just barely rode that first.
That's how fast Sway goes. Sway's worse than me.
Yo, it goes, moves a little faster, but we're going to make that a clip and send that shit to ESPN. You talk about Wayne. Look at Wayne. Got his own sports show.
Look at Snoop. Snoop is at the Olympics.
Bro, it can still
Mason
happen.
Cam.
For sure.
Mason Cam, what?
I know it seems like we joking, but it can happen.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
you're you, right? The Hood Poet Sports Report. That's what we could call
The
it.
Hood Poet Sports Report. I like that.
And then you can report on shit from the hood too, like, Hood 3-on-3 games. All right. Anyway, Polo G is
Yes, well, you
Polo
won't
G
be
is like, I'm
producing
ready to
that
go back to the
segment.
studio. What do you hope, especially when people from Chicago, who grew up how you grew up, communities where you grew up in, when they hear your project, what you can't dictate what people are going to feel, what they're going to walk away with, but what do you hope? they walk away with?
I definitely like my main thing is always connecting with people through the issues in life that they might be going through. So I definitely want to touch back on the topic of like you not going through this alone, whether it be depression, anxiety, or just going through hard times in general, you know. But I'm really trying to connect with everybody. Like I feel like people even outside of the hood definitely can end up connecting with my music.
I love it, man. From Die Legend to the GOAT to Hall of Fame and now the hood poet.
Let's get it.
Polo G is here, ladies and gentlemen. Polo G is here, ladies and gentlemen. Sportscaster. All right, August 9th is when the album is coming out. Lil Durk is on there. You know G Herbo, Durk, all of Chicago done been on
Shout
this
out
show
to all of
early,
them. Yeah.
right? You know, we've always supported Chicago. I'm from Oakland, and so there's a affinity for me for Chicago. And honestly, when I see you, I joke around a lot, but I had locks when I was 25. You know what I mean? And I was pursuing a rap career at 25, and you know I was in the music business. Came from Oakland, similar to Chicago. Similar adversities we all face. So when I see you, I see myself, right? And so I'm wishing you the best, brother.
Amen.
Stay the path, man. You're a talented dude, and you write great songs. Like, you're a great songwriter. You got bridges and melodies and harmonies, you know. But congratulations, man. Give it up for Polo G. Anything you want to say in closing?
Hood poet on the way.
Okay, cool.